I would recommend starting by, to me, the most simple way, and I would say feel free to email me through my site if you'd like a referral for this. I don't want to mention him on the podcast because there's a potential he could get overwhelmed. But one of the easiest ways to start, if you have a Shopify site and your product feed already set up, is to set up the Shopify Google Shopping add-on. In addition to having a solid branded campaign set up, which may not spend a lot of money right out of the gate, but you need to make sure that in Google Ads, to get started from an Amazon seller perspective, all other things being equal, the easiest place is solid branded campaign structure with a Shopify smart campaign shop. And if you're not on Shopify, you can still launch a Google smart shopping campaign. It's just not as easy, not as straightforward. And if you don't want to do that work at all, I have somebody that I could connect you with. But before you get there, I would suggest, as I said earlier, educating yourself on at least Google Shopping. There's a guide on our website called The Definitive Guide to Google Shopping. It's actually what launched us into e-commerce 5+ years ago when Shopify picked that up and launched it as a resource on their site. It's been updated within the last 6 months. So that's a new guide that you could download on our site. It's like 50 pages. You could walk through that and build your own Google Shopping campaign with that guide. Or we've got a course on our site. Full disclosure, it lives on Ezra Firestone's Smart Marketer site. We make 20% of what you buy there, so it's not going to change our world if you buy this course. So I'm not plugging the course, but it is a extremely robust, it's called Google Smart Traffic. And if you've got a freelancer or somebody who is comfortable with media buying or Google Ads, you could say, go learn this course, go set our whole Google Ads account using this course step by step. That would be another way to go. And for $900 and the time involved to get that set up, you're going to at least be able to start testing. I would also make sure that you're setting aside bare minimum $1,000 a month in Google testing budget, keeping in mind that that's going to disappear pretty quickly, potentially. And you've got to have the right amount of oversight or a solid smart shopping campaign that can just keep scaling up. And you'll hit a point in that smart shopping campaign where you know you're going to need an agency to help you, because it's going to get to a certain point and it may start to fall back off and you can't recoup it, or it may stay right about there, but you know there's so much more potential if you started adding other ad types and more of a what we call an accelerated marketing portfolio within the Google Ads marketplace to use all the available tools.
So if you had a choice, Google Ads, Facebook ads, both, other.
Yeah.
What's the best starting point?
I'll see if I can say this as quickly as possible. To me, it's a no-brainer to have a smart shopping campaign set up with branded search. You could do that if not one SKU. If you've got one SKU on Amazon and you're going to launch on Google Shopping, it's not going to light anything up. But if you've got 5 to 10 ASINs that are unique, just go to Google Shopping and type in keywords for your product, and you'll see how much competition is there. So that as a standalone, that's a good place to start. However, what we like to see as an agency is an Amazon seller that spent some time working on their brand, and they've got either a vetted out Shopify site that's converting well, or a landing page. Could be ClickFunnels. They've got a lander that's converting well from cold Facebook traffic. So if you've done some of your work on brand, because a good Facebook agency is going to ask that question. A bad or average Facebook agency is not going to ask you any questions about brand and how much volume and how much search you're doing. They're just going to start running ads for you, and you're going to be very disappointed and spend a lot of money. However, Facebook ads can be a great place to start if you've got those solid landers for your products built out. You can test your branding and your messages there, because if I get a phone call from somebody who has been able to scale up 20, 30, 50, 100,000 and spend on Facebook, and they're not running on Google, that's like, in most cases, no problem, because they've already got, just like, on Amazon, what may have gotten you into Amazon if you're an off Amazon seller is you noticed how much search was popping up in the Amazon search bar for your product because people were looking for it on Amazon. If you're running Facebook ads, guess what? There's going to be overflow with people researching you on Google. And it can all work together. They may hit the Shopify site, see that you charge for shipping, and all of a sudden head over to Amazon and buy from you there. And that, we won't even get into attribution talk there because that's a can of worms. But I said I was going to be brief. I wasn't that brief, but there you go.
Entrepreneur.